So today I played a beta for a game that has the potential to be one of the best multiplayer games when it officially releases. You might have seen this game recently from its trailer just posted on IGN yesterday, with the game being called Warlander. Now you can ask anybody around me, I usually don't play multiplayer games. Apex? No. Multiverses? Please. Fall Guys? Well, alright, like, come on now, like, who doesn't like Fall Guys? But as you all already know, I'm always on the hunt for new games, so I put my preferences to the side and I stepped outside of my comfort zone. Now, like I said, the game is only in open beta, so nothing about it is finalized, but from what I've played, I want to tell you guys what I've enjoyed and what I think could change in the future going forward with this game. Because I feel like anybody that has the ability to play this game or at least try it out should try it out while they can. So if you are interested after watching this video, I'm going to link the game in the description so that you can check out the open beta before it closes. But with all of that being said, let's get straight into Warlander. Warlander is an online PvP game based around the medieval time setting and combat. Each game you're in has 40 players total, and as of right now, the only 2 game modes are 2 teams or 5 teams, all going against each other, of course. What I like about Warlander is that the main objective is a familiar task with its own twist. You basically have 3 tasks. Your team has to try and capture as many towers on the map before the timer ends. You have to defend your tower and the main enemy base from being captured, and you have to try and breach their main enemy base to win the game. Now that might have just sounded like a lie. I'm not a news reporter. I'm just a person trying to explain the game that he likes. So just cut me a little slack. Let me explain a little better. Just give me a second. It's basically search and destroy. You have to try and capture as many enemy bases as you can before the timer ends, but you also have to protect your main base, because if your main base gets raided, you lose, and vice versa, of course. This objective leads to some fun multiplayer gameplay. Depending on the position that you choose, squads out of your team will have set objectives to follow. Like, for example, some of the players are going to be tasked with playing offense and trying to rush the other base, while there's going to be a portion of the team that stays back and defends the castle. So this keeps every player having their own parts to play, and not too many people playing offense while lacking on the defense, you feel me? So if you slack on your part, you're not going to last that long, because the enemy teams will take advantage and rush your base. I wish I knew that my first game. I didn't know that they was all at one side of the map, so I was too busy emoting and couldn't alert the others, man. My team looked at me a little different after that. In the beta, you have 3 characters to choose from with distinct abilities and weapons. You've got the options of a warrior, mage, or the cleric. As you play, you can upgrade their stats and weapons to your liking, but if you're playing the beta, I wouldn't recommend putting too many hours on, because the progress that you make in the beta will not be transferred into the official game release. So there's no real point in having a stacked warrior character unless, I don't know, you like wasting time or something. My favorite character to use is the mage, because he has the best long range magic, and I mainly stay in position to protect the castle. That way I can stay on high vantage points and easily just pick off the enemies. WIQ. The other characters are cool too though. The warrior and cleric are obviously used for pushing, as you get a shield and a close range weapon. Not to mention the warrior can Batista bomb you. Like, any mage's worst nightmare is a warrior that is coming towards them in full sprint, because if they get close enough, GG's, man, call the ref. Also, in game, each side has their own set of catapult weapons that they can use against the opposition, but the catch is you have to build it first, and building is simple. All you have to do is hold left click on it, but the process is slow depending if you're doing it by yourself or not. These weapons do big damage against enemies, but they aren't invincible. Like, they can take damage as well and be shot down by other players. But of course, if it gets shot down and destroyed, you can repair it using the same game mechanic. I personally haven't seen any game-breaking glitches or even connection issues from the handful of full matches that I've been in, so points there. And I would say that the controls are simple, as most of the important ones are displayed on the screen, so memorizing keys aren't that essential in this game. Of course though, if you don't like the loadout that they gave you, you can change it in the settings to fit your gamer fingers. Overall, this game was fun to play, and each game that I was in kept me in tune no matter what position I played. One thing that I would change about it is the fact that mages don't have any shield or something that acts as a shield. Like the warrior and the cleric can block the mage's basic attacks, but the mage can't block any of their attacks. So you can see how that might get a little bit frustrating when you're, playing close range offense with a mage. I mean, they do have the flash step, which allows you to move out the way, but you only get like 2 of those every few seconds, so it's inconsistent. Other than that, man, I think the game is going to be big when it goes 1.0, and I'm excited to see where the game goes. I think that wraps up everything that I wanted to talk about today, man. If you enjoyed this video and learned something, why don't you support me by leaving a like and subscribing for more gaming content. Now I'm gonna go play a few more games, but I'm gonna stop after that, bro, because I don't want to get too addicted before the game, officially releases. So yeah. So if any of y'all decide to play today, you better hope I'm on your team.